What's up with y'all? Welcome back to another reaction video. I'm Mende.
And I'm Ollie.
And today we got the insane plot armor of cats. I have a crazy story for you, mama. And for you guys too. So look, I was gonna tell you this story yesterday, but I wanted to save it for this video. So basically, I woke up. No, okay, look. Basically, I'm gonna tell you this. I had to shovel up a dead mouse on my lawn. And it was decapitated, with his head right next to it. And do you want to know how that happened? Remember when you were leaving the house when you was going to work, and we seen that cat looking at us, like right there?
The one we were trying to call?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that cat was responsible for leaving that. Why did it drag it all the way to my lawn though?
It could have been that cat that followed you home. Maybe it wanted to give you a gift.
A gift? Mama, it was literally, the head was right next to the body.
I don't know. That's scary.
My dad's like...
Either that or the skinwalker outside.
Yeah, my dad's like, the shovel's in the garage. And I'm sitting there like, why me? Why me, bro? Why? You're supposed to be the man of this house, right? And I have to shovel up this dead mouse. That nigga he was kind of big, bro.
Is it a rat?
It wasn't a rat. How can you tell the difference between a mouse and a rat?
Rats are big. Mice look more like cuter.
Well, I couldn't tell his head was off. I couldn't tell if he was cute or not. His head was gone. It was gone, man. Sheesh. But enough of that. Let's get into the video.
His head was gone.
His head was gone. Well, look, I hope all you guys that are watching this video is taking care of yourselves. Let's get into the video.
Oh my
and we don't hear anything. Technical difficulties.
Oh my God!
Damn.
Mama, come get it! Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, grab the girl hand. Oh Lord, you are out.
Oh.
You just put him in the headlock?
That's how we
describe
do
a
it,
character
yeah.
so overpowered that they make the game stop functioning as intended and exploit the game's balance in their favor. Well, if cats aren't the most broken animals on the planet, God must have discontinued first place. I talk a lot about animals that got shafted by evolution. In fact, my most popular video today was about 10 of them. Well, if I ever do a video on nature's favorites, cats would surely be at the very top. Cats are arguably the most successful predators we've ever seen. With so many overpowered abilities, you'd swear it was plot armor. I don't even want to make this intro too long, so here's 10 superpowers your cat has that you may or may not have known. And number 1, 0 fall damage. You've probably heard that cats always land on their feet, but the real flex is being able to fall from heights that would have any human furnishing a coffin. A 1987 study showed that out of 132 cats that were brought to an emergency vet in New York City after falling out of a high-rise, 90% lived and less than 40% required life-saving treatment. It gets even wilder when you realize that cats actually have a better chance of getting airdrop from a building and walking it off the higher the drop was. And it's all because cats understand physics. You see, when you're in free fall, you accelerate towards the ground until you reach terminal velocity, where you literally can't fall any faster. When cats reach TV, they splay their legs and kind of just parachute the rest of the way down. And instead of landing on their feet, they break their fall.
How do you
with their
get up
chest
there like
and
that?
abdomen. Obviously, they don't completely tank the hit, but thanks to their relatively large surface area to weight ratio, they maximize the points of contact that smack the ground and therefore minimize the damage. And since cats apparently have lifelong beef with gravity, cats that reach terminal velocity instinctively know not to tense up, but instead relax and basically turn themselves into a kite on the way down. The thing is, if they don't have time to reach terminal velocity, they end up getting hurt way worse. So like in a weird twist, cats that fall from 2 to 7 stories actually end up more down bad than the ones that touch Earth from 10 stories up. In fact, cats have about a 95% chance of falling from 10 stories and living. Meanwhile, the average human has a 95% chance of getting outlined with chalk. Oh, and don't think the cutoff's 10 stories either. One cat named Sabrina took a 32-story express trip to the ground and walked away with only a punctured lung and a chipped tooth. Not to mention she was released and sent home 2 days later. Being impervious to fall damage is how snow leopards can not only make a living in the Himalayas, but can legit fall clear off a cliff, and the only injury they take is to their pride.
He got smacked on his way down though.
Did you know cats are actually built?
Let's put some respect on some cats for a minute, because I love cats, and when I was a kid, like, I didn't really care for cats, but now that's my favorite. Like, cats are my favorite.
I grew up around more dogs than cats.
No, I love dogs. I mean, I love cats, bro. I like dogs
So,
too.
I love dogs.
But
They're so cute. I
Cats
like
are
cats
just.
too. They're adorable.
I feel like cats don't have any cons. Dogs do. I like dogs though, but they do.
A cat's con is that sometimes they could just. The dogs have the same con.
Okay, tell me.
Sometimes they could just be evil for no reason. I was sick, so I was hella little. This cat would like, and my mom's mom was a hoarder, so she would have like hella shit in this tiny apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And the cat would climb up the chairs and up all the boxes to get really high up, and then jump down at you to fucking scratch you up.
Okay.
You would have to like be good at dodging.
But that's
It
not
was
really
scary.
That's not really a
So,
con because okay, look,
I don't know.
there's
that-
there's gonna be if there's bad humans, so there's gonna be bad cats and there's gonna be bad dogs. But like a universal con.
Are we in a debate with dogs too? Can I bring up dogs?
Okay, bring up dogs.
If somebody breaks into your house, your cat is gonna hide under the bed, but your dog is gonna have your back.
Okay.
That's your dog.
I like it. You're right. You're very right, and that's one of the reasons why I love dogs. Is they like if somebody break into your house, it's over with.
Like a cat is gonna know when you're sad, when you're upset. They're gonna come cuddle you.
Mm-hmm.
But a dog, you're gonna be like, come here. You're gonna like try to call your dog. They're gonna look at you and just walk away. I feel like cats are more in tune with your emotions. Like if you're upset, all of a sudden your cat's gonna come in and lay next to you.
Some pros about dogs is like if I want to go like on a hike or run or something, I could do it with a dog. I can't do it with a Savannah cat. I really want a Savannah cat so bad. Them F1s. You see them? I showed you their biggest. Bro, I really want a Savannah
You
cat.
could have those.
You can have a Savannah cat. Some places you can't though. But what I'm basically, my whole point is what I'm trying to get at is cats get all the hate, and they've gotten all the hate for years, and they still get hate now. You ask somebody why they don't like cats, they don't have a reason. And I know the reason. You can't control a cat. You can't say, oh, you come in here, you can't do that to a cat.
Cats are just gonna do their own thing.
Exactly why I fucking love them.
Now, I never understood why people didn't like cats either, but it is like a control thing.
Yeah, remember all the
Because cats
dog,
are like their own persons.
all the dog Disney movies? They have to put the evil cat in the movie. Why? We don't have no cat movies besides Puss in Boots, bro. Fire movie. But my main point is though I love cats and I never understood the slander. I never understood it,
Predict
mom.
the weather? You see, cat hair attracts static electricity, so they can pick up on the buildup of electrical charge that often comes before a really bad storm. And the cat's inner ears are sensitive to sudden drops in atmospheric pressure, which announce the arrival of a cloud assault. Technically, so can we. It's why our ears do the most and pop on a plane, but it's just that cat ears are that much more sensitive. And they can even smell rain and lightning coming. It's
Whoa.
so OP that
I did not
sailors
know
used to
that.
use cats aboard ships as a four-legged forecast. Forecast. Apparently, a cat with the zoomies means you could expect strong winds. A cat that sneezed was warning you of heavy rain. And apparently, if one licked
That
their
was a
fur
cute
against the
cat.
grain mid-sail, then you better make like God's golfing, cause it's finna hail. Now, to be fair, a month surrounded by nothing but sea and seamen gives you a lot of time to just make stuff up. I mean, just how many sea monster stories was just a whale freeing his willy? But there might be some truth to the cat thing. Cats will often spend extra
what
time
now?
licking themselves before a bad storm, since having damp fur helps with the static thing I told you about. So basically, if cats could talk, we'd see a lot of meteorologists on unemployment. And speaking of no job, cats really managed to finesse their way into living in nearly 50 million homes in America rent-free. And one of the biggest reasons is because cats are the best manipulators nature has to offer. And if you think they aren't, you're probably a mark and you don't even know it. According to researchers at the University of Sussex, many cats will exploit their owners with a soliciting purr. It's more high frequency, triggers a sense of urgency in humans, and even someone resembles the cry of an infant, and we just have to assume that's intentional. And in experiments, not only did humans have a faster response time when hearing that purr compared to a normal one, it even affected people that never owned cats. This distressed purr likely triggers a deep, innate nurturing response in humans, meaning you're literally hardwired to answer to it no matter what you were doing before. So apparently cats understand psychology too. That's not even really a joke because adult cats almost never meow to each other, but kittens do it with their mothers for food and water. We have to assume they just figured out it works on humans too. And it's not just pet cats with this talent. Tigers have been known to imitate the sounds of their prey to lull them into a false sense of security. Tigers have reportedly mimicked sandbar deer and black bears. Bro,
What?
just
That's
listen to this.
scary.
Are you mooing because you want to be one with the cows?
If want to eat them.
Trick cows
Fucking
and
cows.
coming over here.
And it's not just tigers. The South American margay will verbally cosplay as a baby monkey just to murk its parents like a Disney movie. And clearly the manipulation tactics were passed down. In fact, cats are so good at working people that they'd actually be great politicians, which is probably how Mayor Stubbs of Talkeetna, Alaska stayed in office for 20 years, even surviving assassination attempts by dogs, BB guns, and a deep fryer. But there's another special ability cats have, and it could arguably be the most overpowered of all. Pretty privilege. It's how dolphins got Flipper, orcas got Free Willy. Meanwhile, the best movie deal shark management could get them was being typecast as Jaws. You see, there's this thing called baby schema. It basically means that humans have an intrinsic bias towards a certain set of facial features in people and animals, to the point where it just makes us want to protect them. And with their big head, wide eyes, and round forehead, cats literally remind us of babies. And even though it's a buff from nature, cats will 100% play into this by figuring out what combination of ear wiggling, whisker pointing, and eye narrowing gets the best response from people. Now add the fact that slow blinking with your cat can trigger oxytocin in both of you, the literal hormone that bonds a mother to her child, and you can see how cats were basically engineered to be
Just looking into my soul.
It's pretty privilege on every steroid possible. And it's wild because if any other animal had a reputation for cold indifference and global genocide, it'd be cause of pause, but because it's cats, we just let it slide. Cat cuteness virtually has us in a chokehold, and I said virtual for a reason. It's said that 15% of all internet traffic is driven by cat content. That's 50% of all the stuff on the internet. I want you to think about that during this ad. Matter of fact, and I'm willing to put money on it, for some of y'all, this ad's about to be cat related. Oh, you're back. Oh, by the way, was it cat related? I'm actually curious. But the thing that almost always gets forgotten is that cats give back as much as they take, which leads to their next flex, healing powers. And not just for them. Science says having a cat living under your roof easily extends your subscription to life. Studies show that cat owners are 40% less likely to suffer a heart attack and have a 30% less chance of getting clapped by cardiovascular complications. And since cardiovascular disease is one of the leading causes of preventable death today, cats are like a real-life one-up. Not to mention kids that grew up around cats have less of a chance of getting folded by allergies, especially if the exposure started in early infancy or even while they're still in the womb waiting room. And then there's the fact that just petting a cat can nerf stress levels and blood pressure. But if you really want to get literal about it, cats purr at a frequency that's said to improve bone density, repair tendons, and promote healing. I never really fully understood it, but apparently cats purr at a frequency that transmits vibrations throughout the body, vibrations that help increase blood flow to the affected area, thereby bringing more nutrients. It's also believed that those same vibrations can help with soft tissue injuries like sprains and strains. I know I said they live rent-free, but considering all they do to carry our health, again, I feel like we could let it slide. It's not just a buff to your health either. I vividly remember seeing a bunch of surveys that said that women on dating sites actually find men with cats more attractive. Something about seeming more nurturing or emotionally intelligent. On an unrelated note, I want y'all to meet my editor and content manager, Aslin. Say hi, Aslin. Say hi. Huh? Oh, good boy. I tried to find the articles online, but apparently there was a switch up, and now women find cat owners less attractive. So on another unrelated note, yeah, he isn't mine. I'm actually just cat sitting for a friend. Shout out to you, Yusuf. Yeah, but anyway, cat claw armor is so strong that it might just be able to save you from cancer. We've all heard the stories of feline physicians detecting it in people before anyone else could. Cats have a sense of smell about 14 times stronger than humans, with their 200 million odor receptors to our pitiful, almost embarrassing 5 million. Tumors produce volatile organic compounds, and these VOCs leave the body through sweat and breath. And there's a lot of respected researchers out there that will die on the hill that cats can sniff it out the same way dogs can. In 2018, rescue cat Mia climbed on owner Michelle Pearson's chest and wouldn't get off for anything, sniffing and pawing at, the right one, while also meowing and looking at her, as cats do. It wasn't until her husband checked for himself that he felt the telltale lump, and that's how the cat that was rescued from certain death ended up returning the favor and saving her owner from stage 2 breast cancer. And that's not even much of a reach, considering there's also stories of cats warning their diabetic owners of their potentially fatally low blood sugar. Either that, or cats can see the future and they'll choose to keep you in theirs if they like you enough. And even that's low-key valid, considering superpower number 7 is that cats have ultra instinct. Those whiskers can detect sudden changes in air currents to figure out the size, shape, and speed of nearby objects. It's like a whole radar system growing out of their face, and it's how a blindfolded cat is still hell on earth for any mouse in the area. Bro, I still don't think you're understanding just how much of a cheat whiskers are. Cats can even use their whiskers to figure out what direction their prey is trying to dodge it in right before they pounce, allowing them to cut off any possible escape routes. Now to us, it's interesting and pretty cool, but to a mouse trying to make it home to his family, that's gotta be some bullshit. And cats don't just have them on their face, they have whiskers all over. And you can't even play dead with the cat since they have carpal whiskers that allow them to tell if their prey is playing or, actually.
Wait, so that's a mouse, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was way bigger than that. he brought me a rat. A headless rat.
Gourmet.
He didn't even did it. He did it for fun, bro. Or it had to be a gift, bro. That's crazy. I don't know if I accept it, but wow. But for all my cat lovers out there, there's a cat island. I think it's somewhere in Asia, I believe, and it's a whole island full of cats. We have to go there one day. One day we have to go there.
We could go there.
We're gonna go. We're gonna bring back all the cats. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. But it's gonna be, or I'm gonna be like, that's literally heaven, bro.
As long as I bring my allergy pills.
Oh, are you that allergic to cats?
I'm not allergic to cats.
Oh, really?
I'm allergic to the dander, the hairy in there.
It's that too, but I seen
I don't
something.
know, cats make me sneeze.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I seen the reason why people are allergic to cats is it's in their saliva. But it could be their fur if they're hella dirty, but I think it's mostly their saliva. Something I read. I'll show you this
Well,
video.
something about cats be making me sneeze.
There's cats that you can get if you're like allergic to. There's other cats that you could get to make you not allergic to them.
Like hypoallergenic.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them actually. So
Oh.
we could get some.
It's tense. And honestly, this might be the most
It's a
broken
dog.
ability cats have. It's basically impossible to catch a cat slipping. They don't have to hear you, they don't even have to smell you. All it takes is a smallest change in air currents to dry snitch on you. But as predators, cats are the ones that do the sneaking, which only makes their next ability even more of a jihad
No.
for their prey.
Yo, he's
Stop.
pleading
Power
for his
number 8.
life.
Cats are athletic freaks of nature. No, seriously, cats are the most athletic group of animals on Earth, and I'm gonna stand on that. There might not be a single event at the Olympics that one of the 40 flavors of feline can flex on us in. You want speed? Cheetahs can go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and can peak out at over 70 miles per hour. A cheetah on a Sunday morning jog can still get pulled over on the turnpike, ain't that crazy? Want to see some long jumping? Cougars can clear 45 feet horizontally on an off day. You want to see a cat get high minus the catnip? The serval jumps so high that their meal prep literally involves pimp slapping birds right out of the air. And for powerlifting, here we have a literal deadlift by a leopard using only its teeth. Yes, that is a rhino. Yes, that is a giraffe. And speaking of leopards, they're also gymnasts on steroids that turn trees into jungle gyms. And if you think you're safe from the smoke and water, keep in mind that the caiman is part of one of the most successful group of predators in history. And all it took was an aquatic equalizer in the form of a cat to wreck their entire game plan.
Damn.
Not to mention jaguars have been seen swimming clear across the Panama Canal. Yeah, that one. Also, they have a hydraulic press for a jaw. God help you if you get caught in it. And all I need to say about tigers is that this is an Indian gar, and even this walking Red Bull logo can get choked out by a 500-pound striker
giant muscle.
field. And I don't even need to say anything about lions. Those triceps speak for themselves.
Damn.
Cats are nature's population control, and there isn't anywhere on Earth outside of the Devil's Ice Rink that doesn't have some kind of cat running it. Even the travel-sized ones are a menace. The deadliest cat in the world is the African black-footed cat, and because of their metabolism, not only can they catch up to 15 bodies a night,
so
they also
cute.
have a hunting success rate of 60%. Not even lions, tigers, and leopards can touch that.
Damn.
There's a reason why domestic cats put billions of animals on shirts a year. And sometimes they turn entire species into history lessons. And unlike their wild cousins, a lot of times with domestic cats, they do it just for fun.
I was
You
about to
think
say
it's
that.
cute, but it's bloodlust. And if you're a mouse, an op with whiskers is like Thanos. They do be inevitable, especially when you factor superpower number 9. Cats can teleport.
Imagine
I'm
being a
dead
little
serious.
mouse.
Cats do this thing where they
Big
just
ass
spawn wherever the
cats.
plot needs them the most.
Yoink.
As solitary hunters, cats can cover in
What?
Say what you said to them. Say it again.
I said, imagine being like a little ass mouse. Like you're just a mouse. You're just so tiny, like this big. And you just see this giant fucking animal looking at you like,
Bro, earlier in the video, did you see the mouse pleading for his life? Bro's in the corner like this. Like, bro, I'll give you my whole family, bro. Just spare me, please.
aw.
You're so cute. She's up here whispering right here, like, imagine being. I'm like, y'all probably heard it too. I'm like, damn, tell him what you telling me.
insane amounts of
You're
distance
cute.
in times that really make no sense. Take mountain lions, for example. Young male cougars will often travel hundreds of miles away from their mother's territory to find their own. In 2009, a tagged cougar took a walk that took him from Black Hills, South Dakota, all the way to Greenwich, Connecticut.
Damn.
Basically, he hiked from Mount Rushmore to 30
Got a lot on
miles
his
from
mind.
Manhattan. And it's not just cougars that go cross-country. A tiger named T1 managed to walk 800 miles across India.
What? Tell me.
I did. I told him that I fist fought one of those before. The mountain lions. No, for real. I was like running from the cops. And I went in the mountains.
What are you talking about, bruh? Okay, she trying to act like me because sometimes I really.
No, I'm not. I'm
Bro,
for real.
when was you running from the cops?
GTA 5.
She thinks she's so funny. I mean, I know you've been behind bars before, but
it's not funny anymore.
He had only a few months, fueled by nothing but the power of horny.
Good.
And of course,
Good.
there's a story of El Jefe, a jaguar that randomly showed up in Arizona
Damn, that's a
just
lot of
outside
trash.
Tucson. I could really keep going. From June 2017 to July 2018, a young lynx trekked from a wildlife refuge in Alaska all the way into the heart of the Yukon.
You don't have
a trip
one.
that totaled 2,174 miles. His name was Hobo, by the way. Can't even make that up.
Oh, look at
But
the
the best
paws.
story of
Nah, I don't
teleporting
like that,
cats
the
was
way that cat
Clementine
looks.
Jones. She was a cat in
It's
New York
scary.
whose family left her behind because they were moving and they figured the trip would be too hard on a pregnant cat. Oh, little did they know. Clementine spent a couple of months with her kittens and then one day just headed out and popped up at her old family's home 1,600 miles away in Denver. And it's not even like the family got tricked by a dupe. Clementine was born with an extra toe and had a burn mark on her shoulder.
Clementine!
There was
Oh,
no
no, listen. I gotta explain to y'all something real quick. Let me know in the comments if like this is like fire or something. I said like, you know, one day when we have a kid, and we have a daughter, I want to name her Clementine. And she thinks that's the worst name ever.
It is.
She thinks that's the worst name ever. Put some respect on Clementine's name. Let her know in the comments.
Clementine.
Yeah, let her know.
Clem.
Walking Dead. Let her know Clementine a dog. That's a dog name.
No. Nah. Absolutely not. I told him that's like. No, I'm not gonna. That's like the equivalent of naming your kid Keith.
No, it's not, bro. Clementine's a fire name. Have you ever met a Clementine?
No, you know why? Because that name is old as fuck, and they all probably died out by now.
Okay, but there's other names that's old.
No, there is, but that one belongs in a book,
Bro, she said
far in the library,
hate her, bro.
in a history book.
Oh, really? But she
Clementine
okay.
Jones.
Clementine is a bad name, but she wants to name her future daughter
Bruh.
fucking Guardians of the Galaxy Nebula.
Bruh, let me tell you why. It was because I never seen that movie. Okay, I never seen any of those movies when I wanted to name her Nebula. You know why? Because they didn't exist yet when I decided that I was gonna name my daughter Nebula. I was a little kid. I was like, this is the coolest fucking word in the world. I'm gonna name my kid that.
Bro,
And then
hey,
he comes along,
let us know.
that's a stupid name. That's Guardians of the Galaxy. You should
Let us know in the
name her
comments. Let us know in the
Clementine.
comments which name is better, Clementine or Nebula. No, I'm dead ass. Really let us know which one's the better name. And I really want
you
y'all
say
to
Clementine?
I want y'all to be honest, and I can't wait to see her reaction to all the Clementine. Hey, fill the whole chat up with Clementine. Fill the whole chat up with Clementine.
Clementine. Oh my darling. Oh my darling.
Mistaken. There's only one cat power that's arguably more impressive, and you saw it coming as soon as you clicked on this video. Superpower number 10, mind control. And it's all because of a little parasite called, you know the name, Toxoplasma gondii. It all starts when this parasite enters a cat because they literally only reproduce in their bowels and their eggs don't get past until the cat has a movement, usually in a litter box. Now here's the problem. The Toxoplasma gondii needs to find a way back into the cat in order to hit restart on its life cycle, and the best way to do that is by setting up shop inside one of the animals on its grocery list. The only issue is no mouse that values its life is going anywhere near a death sentence with toe beans to make it happen. So the parasite, which by the way basically uses the mouse as a layover, they begin to
pregnant
rewire
woman
its
has to
brain
stay
in order
away
to
from
remove the fear of
the
cats.
litter.
And I don't even know how, but infected mice can even start
Because of
feeding
this.
with cat pee. With more irrational confidence in a father of four and an Instagram model's comments, it's easier for the mouse to get body bagged by its number one op, thus repeating this vicious mouse-murking cycle.
That's
and of course,
crazy.
we now believe that when this same parasite invades us, they do the same thing they would to a mouse. Which is why popular opinion is that the Toxoplasma
They're
parasite
deep.
causes an unreasonable attraction to cats. And it's possible that this factory reset of our personality is due to the parasite making enzymes that control dopamine. And it's not just humans that can get infected. Turns out afflicted hyena cubs end up bolder in the face of lions, which is a great way for them to get invited to a meet and greet with Mufasa. It's not 100% proven that the parasite's responsible for all
the cat island
in the world, but hear me out. There's
That's just
proof
a
that this
cat
parasite was present in ancient Egyptian mummies. And these were the people that straight up worshipped them. Not to mention up to a third of all people alive right now have it, and most have no idea. And that's why I say cats have the wildest plot armor I've ever seen. Because real talk, only cats could spin a parasitic infection into a way of living rent-free. Trust me, I would know. Isn't that right, Maple? And that's why cats are the most broken animals in nature. with cats being nature's cutest form of population control. I talk about them a lot in my book. Hold on. Sorry, girl. Okay. With cats being nature's cutest form of population control, I talk about them a lot in my book, 100 Animals That Can, redacted, Kill You. Link in the description if you want to see for yourself. But make sure you drink water, hug your mother, hug a cat. It might just save your life, and if he allows it, I'ma see y'all.
I like when cats just stick their tongue out like.
Aw, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Okay. You can go now.
I love when cats make the little loaf of bread. It's so cute.
Oh yeah, that is cute.
What else do they do? They have those little blinks when they're like.
Those little blinks when they stare at you.
It means they love you.
So cute.
And they roll on their belly.
I love cats. If you don't like cats, now you do.
Yeah, right? Some people are probably like, I still hate them. I still hate them. Because they, I mean, you can overstimulate a cat and it'll bite you. But I've had that happen to me before, but it is what it is, bro.
Me too.
Like, you on their nuts too much, bro. Relax, bro, relax. You're just filled with, you don't know what to do.
When I was like 5, my neighbors probably had like 6 to 10 cats.
Good Lord.
And I used to like them. They were cute. They all had names. They would just walk around the neighborhood, you know, we're living pretty close by each other. And so I'd always be playing outside, little 5-year-old me. And, you know, I didn't really understand, you know, animals don't fucking know English, you know? So, you know, I picked up one of the cats and I was like, it's so cute. I was just holding it.
You bit your ass on.
And I was like in its ear, I was like, can you hear me?
Oh, you're
Because like I wanted to know if it understood me and it didn't say nothing. So I said it louder in his ear. I was like, can you hear me? And the cat was like, I was scratching my hand. And I didn't even cry. I was like,
as he should.
Man, I kind of deserve that.
Hell yeah, 100%. That was crazy. You screamed in his little ear. You lucky he didn't give you an eye patch. That would have been badass. Little eye patch. But look, that's the video. Y'all let us know what else you guys want us to react to. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Catch you on the next video. What is your deal?